Welcome back, everybody. Games I Forgot to Play, Episode 3, Ghost of Tsushima. This is the perfect game for this little series that I'm doing. I bought this when it launched, and I played through most of it, maybe like 2 out of the 3 acts, and then I just kind of set it down and never went back. So I finally went back and finished it, and man, this was just an experience. What an absolutely beautiful game. Just at 10 out of 10 across the board. This might be an absolute masterpiece in my eyes. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So you play as Jin, an honorable samurai who has to maybe rely on some not-so-honorable techniques to push back a Mongol invasion in his homeland. It reminded me a lot of like Far Cry and Assassin's Creed, so you're going to spend most of your time through the main storyline, through the side quests, and even just through free roaming, liberating the island. It's split into like 3 different maps. You get a array of different combat abilities. You can mostly play the whole game in stealth if you'd like, and that works out really well. Considering you do stay undetected, there's a lot of really smooth like chain assassinations. I love how these just look. They never really get old. And anytime that stealth fails you and you do have to go into open combat, you don't fail any missions. You can just go straight into open combat. I really like how fluid that is. And the open combat's just as fun as the stealth combat, in my opinion. There's 4 major combat stances that, like, if this enemy has a sword and shield, then you can go into a stance to combat that. I was using this ghost stance that you get later on in the game. It just terrifies everybody. But there's a sort of a rock, paper, scissors formula to every enemy, and it works really well. You can switch between the 2 on the fly. Outside of open combat, there's these standoffs, which are really cool. You can kind of wait for the enemy to attack you as you walk in. And you kind of go through this little, I don't know if I want to call it a mini game, but you pretty just use the one button the whole time, and it's all timing. And it just looks incredible. I really like how they did this. Basically, as you approach combat, it'll have you hit the standoff button, you hold your triangle button down, and then you kind of wait until they stop juking you to let that button go right as they attack. And it just does everything for you. It's incredibly well stylized, and I just think it's a really cool addition to a samurai game. Apart from that is all your ranged, of course. You got your bow, you got smoke bombs, we got our poison dart. You have a poison dart and a hallucination dart. The hallucination dart makes the enemies attack each other, which is really fun, especially if you got to clear out a huge camp. And then the poison works really well for just, obviously, just poisoning a single enemy. We got kunais and sticky bombs, one of my absolute favorites. You can light your sword on fire because, well, why not? If the combat doesn't shine bright enough for you, you'll find plenty of light in the storytelling. It's got an absolutely beautiful story. Really, really rich characters. The side quests alone are like sometimes 7, 8, 9 parts long, and you get a lot of backstory, a lot of character development, and I just think I don't want to talk a lot about the story, especially if you still haven't played it. This is just, like I said, it's something I really, really recommend. Definitely check it out. That does it for me, guys. Games I Forgot to Play, Episode 3, Ghost of Tsushima. Go check it out if you haven't. I'll catch you on the